Good evening, friends. We gather here today to commemorate the Armenian Genocide, a tragedy that took place over a century ago, but still resonates with us all today. Before I begin, I'd like to take a quick moment to acknowledge the presence of His Eminence Archbishop Haigazum Najarian and all religious leaders here tonight. Kaila Mekelian, Permanent Representative of the Republic of Artsakh, Yonis Malikoutis, the Greek Consul General, Dr. Umid Kurt, keynote speaker. I look forward to hearing from him a little bit later. Obviously, all the distinguished guests, my federal parliamentary colleagues, state MPs, new and old, and of course leaders from the Armenian, Assyrian, Greek, Jewish, Hindu and Kurdish Assyrian communities. I also saw earlier the former member for Benelong, my predecessor, John Alexander, who I know is a very close friend of the Armenian community, particularly in Benelong. It's good to see you here, Mr. Alexander, as well. Friends, the Armenian Genocide was a deliberate and systematic campaign aimed at eradicating the Armenian population from their ancestral homeland. It was an act of brutality that shook the world and left a scar on the collective consciousness of humanity. And it was an event that brought Australians and Armenians closer together. Many of you know me not only as the member for Benelong, but also as your former mayor and councillor at the City of Ryde. The City of Ryde was the first local council in Australia to recognise these events as the Armenian Genocide, and again in 2018, I worked with the now new Mayor Sarkis Yedelian to become the first local government body in Australia to recognise the Republic of Artsakh and its right to self-determination. In my time over these 10 years as an elected official, I've had the absolute opportunity to attend many events commemorating the Armenian Genocide and connecting with the local Armenian Australian community in Benelong. And in that time, speaking with many members of this community, I have been struck by the resilience of your community and your people who have endured so much suffering for so long. And I'm just taken aback by your strength and determination and spirit. Despite the brutality that you and your ancestors have faced, you have rebuilt your lives and communities, and you make such a significant contribution to your new home here in Australia. As the chair of the Australia-Armenian Inter-Parliamentary Friendship Union, I've worked closely with the Vice Chair, the Honourable Paul Fletcher, MP, member for Badfield and Manager of Opposition Business, as we have met with delegations from Armenia and Artsakh who have raised awareness about the ongoing blockade by Azeri aggressors. These are matters that I know both Mr Fletcher and I raise regularly in Parliament and within our parties, and will continue to do so. I thank the Armenian National Committee and the Armenian community, particularly in Benelong, for their continued advocacy. I'll continue to support your efforts to bring justice to the victims and descendants of the Armenian Genocide. Thank you.